Okay, you can't be making this noise. So there's something going on. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this.
That is, I don't see any roads like that.
Try to get this remote, ladies. That's why I'm at stuff.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So let me just go. Okay.
I promise that person thinking that it's not your
Yep. We're ready to go.
Your Royal Highness, how many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh?
I think it takes 10 tickles. Very good.
Why do bees have sticky hair? Because they use a honeycomb. What did the fish say when he hit the wall?
Yeah.
Very good. What do clouds wear? Thunderwear. That one's bad. That's pretty bad. Oh, mountains aren't funny. They are hilarious. Everyone knows that one. All right.
You want me to tell that one?
What do you get from a pampered cow? Oh, very good. All right. Does anybody have a better?
Get married.
Double boom.
I mean, there's a reason why she is thinking of Barony. I mean, I would joke about paper. Never mind, it's terrible.
Wow.
Why do you never want to get in a pillow fight with death? Very good.
I haven't had.
All right.
I would tell a joke about a broken pencil, but it's pointless.
She would tell a joke about a broken pencil, but it's pointless. Very good. Yes, please. Wait, say that again? I don't know why. Very good. Very good. Anybody else? Karen? Oh, go ahead. You first. That's pretty good too.
What happened when the rainbow broke the law?
Went to prison.
But don't worry, it's a life
What do y'all call a cow with 2 legs? That's lean beef. That's a cow with no legs.
Round me. Oh, no. I like how we did repeat. Oh, the punchline to the joke. The punchline. Okay. The last one goes about the mind of the chill.
On the back of the triple.
Your Majesty, how do you stop a bull from charging? There you go. What do you call a line of men outside a barber? A barbecue.
Your Majesty, may I share my daughter's favorite joke?
Please, as long as it's not dirty.
I promise
Okay.
it's clean.
It's clean.
What time do you go to the dentist?
Hopefully never.
2:30.
2:30.
What time does your friend go to the dentist?
What time, Martin?
2:32.
So hopefully we're ready back there.
Thus resumes the court of Her Majesty.
Wow, I have to say wow because usually I would think the biggest court we have seen would be a 12th night. We would be wrong. This is the biggest one. Wow. Thank you guys all for coming in out of the rain. We have a lot of really cool things to do today. I want to personally thank each and every one of you for doing all the demo stuff today. So many people came through those gates. There were so many people that were engaged. We met a ton of really cool teenagers and really cool kids. And I really, really hope that they saw the passion in all of you and that they become the next generation. So thank you all for all the effort and energy you put into this demo, because I know it's a lot of work and you guys make it look effortless. So thank you.
Would all those who wish to swear fealty please come forward?
Champion.
Peers and populace both.
Yeah, if you haven't done it and you want to, there's no pressure, but I was asked. Oh, that makes me happy.
Oh, well.
All right.
Do each of you now swear fealty to Sven and Ripkin, your undoubted king and queen, that you will obey their lawful commands in all matters that concern this realm? And do you now swear faith to the crown of Vontier, and being mindful that the honor of the realm springs from your own deeds, do you swear that you will treat chivalrously and courteously with those of every degree, as long as their majesties remain sovereign to Vontier?
I so swear.
We, for our part, We swear fealty to you. We promise to protect and defend you and those of your household, so long as we remain sovereigns of Ontario. So say we, Richmond, Queen, Ontario.
Long live the Queen! Long live the Queen!
Long live the king!
Long live the King!
Okay. I would like to introduce you all to Gertie. Gertie is our kneeling bench or seat for anyone who does not want to kneel or cannot kneel. We do not judge. You can use Gertie. We like Gertie. Or you may stand. We're very happy to recognize you no matter what your ability is to kneel. So thank you.
Yay, Gertie! Diana Cartier, present yourself before Her Majesty.
Oh my goodness, she's not here. Okay, that's okay. I'm gonna say nice things about her. Diana Cartier. If you had to sum up her in a phrase, it's joy in the doing. She is a tireless volunteer, self-motivated. She's amazingly generous with largesse, passionate, happily helps with grace, and is quietly competent. So we would like to recognize her for all of those amazing things.
When Shea reigned as queen, she determined that as the apple blossom becomes fruit to enrich and sustain, so too do those of our populace who indeed display grace, courtesy, and chivalry above and beyond that which is expected, deserve recognition. Thus does Ripken, Queen Ontier, by grace and inspiration, herewith recognize Diana Cartier with the grace of Ontier for leading by example and in so doing promoting those ideals dear to her. Done with the concurrence of Sven, King Ontier, and by hand and seal this 18th day of June, Anno Societatis 57.
Do we have a joyous noise? I like this crowd. Thank you. All right, let's go.
Marcus, present yourself before Her Majesty.
Is here? Okay, great. So I don't have my glasses on, and I guess he is.
Well, I don't either, so.
Please. Or you may stand. I just gave that whole thing. So you have been playing since 2018. So yes, more or less. We have heard how invested and passionate you are about youth armored combats, and we would like to recognize you for that.
Marcus, the years of your youth have been marked with efforts worthy of recognition. You have grown year by year to become a vital and worthy subject of this our realm. In gratitude of your service and in token of our esteem, we Sven, King, and Ripken, Queen, sovereigns of Ontier, gift you with the Leo Minor, done by our royal hand and seal, 18th of June, Anno Societatis 57.
Thank you.
Okay, so you have to explain that to me. What was that?
That's from around here.
All right, cool. It happens. Yes. Can we call him forward first?
Tim Lightfellow, present yourself before Her Majesty.
I know he's here because I saw him earlier. All right. Tim, we've had you up here a couple times. You basically are the backbone of the archery community. We went down there today to recognize other people, and there Tim was running the archery and accepting for the other people that were not there. Could the Order of the Pelican please come up? Yes! Is there anyone who will speak for this candidate?
I've known Tim for many years. I've watched him grow in archery. He's done a fantastic job with his martial skills. And then he decided to start doing service and more service and more service. He has the backbone of his local branch for running archery. He's the secretary of the Order of the Grey Goose Shaft. This guy is service personified with love.
Is there another? Please.
I am Vechnit Vladimir Danilov, Order of the Pelican, for some number of years now. I'm really enjoying being able to see this in multiple languages.
Me too.
Tim is a quiet presence. Quietly humorous. Still made him a woe. One of his barony, still made him a why not. Quietly has moved from being the core, the strong shaft at the heart of the archery community. The Cedar of Port Orford that we rely on here in Ontario is now known throughout all the kingdoms of the known world. Frankly, in part, thanks to this pandemic. And I can think of nobody that I would rather have quietly teach and welcome and lead and guide locally and throughout the how many 19 realms? 20 realms. He is most assuredly my king.
Somebody else who would like to speak?
Please.
I am Baroness Aline Swinbrook, sitting Baroness of Wywood in Order of the Laurel. And peerage. Peerage is what brings us together today. I've had the privilege of living in 4 kingdoms before coming to Ontario, so I know a lot of people. And over these past few plague years, I've had friends from many kingdoms reach out to me and say, I just took the coolest online class about archery, and it's this guy in Ontario. Maybe you know him. And I said, Tim Lightfellow. And they were like, yes. And I'm like, yeah, he's mine. That's my chief archer. Tim teaches so joyfully, whether it is small in-person events like our recent day of archery in Wywood, whether it is larger events like Eagles, Crown tournaments, collegium events, or the online teaching that he has done around the known world. Teaching is a backbone of what it means to be a laurel, but what it means to be a peer. If we do not share our skills and pass them down, the SCA will not continue. When I first came to Wywood, I told him I used to be an archery instructor for the Girl Scouts, but I can't shoot anymore because of my shoulder injuries. And he looked at me and got this sly little grin. And he said, "Milady, have you thought about the crossbow?" I'm now having a crossbow built. Tim is the most wonderful sort of enabler. and he has always been my peer.
Is it your desire to be admitted to this order? That was a yes. Good choice. Are you sworn guilty to another?
Your Majesty. I'm Maud Theophason. 3 years ago at this event, I had the distinct honor of Tim allowing me to be his mentor for what it was worth. He was already my peer. All he needed to do, and my only advice to him, was to spread his name around, and boy, did he do that. At that time, we did not swear fealty, but he does not get out friendship.
Oh. I just want to say the pandemic has been really rough in a lot of ways, but in one way that it has really been kind of a boon is to let introverts share themselves widely and to come out of quiet service and to make their voice known, because somehow it's less scary when you're talking to a microphone and a camera than to stand in front of a crowd. And that's really a blessing in this case. Just wanted to say that to you. Tim Lightfellow, well pleased with your continued efforts and diligent service to this our kingdom and the known world, and right mindful of the wishes of your peers, we are minded to create you a companion of the Order of the Pelican. Will you accept from us this honor and swear to uphold the rights and responsibilities of the order?
Then will you, Tim Lightfellow, give your word to continue to fulfill the requirements set for the governance of this order, as you most surely have until now, to increase your labors nobly, to nourish your talents as befits a noble, and to seek to disseminate your talents and abilities throughout the kingdoms of the known world as far as is within your powers.
And we, for our part, okay, so. Oh, bring forth the medallion.
Majesties, this medallion is new and begins with Tim.
It would please me greatly if you would put it around his neck. Please wear this medallion as a symbol of your station and rank and your skill, and as a token of our esteem. Is there a cap?
Yes.
Does it have a lineage? It does not. Oh, you look very, very fine. Oh, that's awesome. There's a circlet. Does the circlet have a lineage? Will you please speak of it?
The circlet was crafted for him by his former archhost, Edward de Boulogne. The pilgrim guide was given to me at my own elevation, and it would be an honor for him to wear this going forward as a symbol of our faith and love.
Wear this cap and circlet as a symbol of that nobility to which your own labors, as much as our recognition, have raised you.
Let it be known that on this day, Tim Lightfellow has been admitted to the right noble order of the Pelican and will be known as a peer of the kingdom of Antier. Would you now swear fealty?
What symbol would you wear? Or rod, shield, they're all here.
And we, for our part, do swear to protect and defend you and your household with all our power, so long as we remain sovereigns of Antir. So say we, Rifkin, Queen, Antir. Arise, Tim Lightfellow, companion of the Order of the Pelican. Oh, there's a scroll and it's a beauty, so we're not going to do that yet. It's amazing. So, I'm not scroll. He made it with a lot of love for you.
He's all.
So arise, Tim Lightfellow, companion of the Order of the Pelican, and go to your peers.
For Tim Lightfellow, newest member of the Order of the Pelican. 3 cheers! Hip hip! Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah!
So it's the So I'm gonna have the order stay. We have one more piece of business. There is another that is missing. This person has been instrumental in the DEI movement at the kingdom level and the society level. They have served at the society level as a board member. They event steward, they teach, they do it all. Is Gigi here? I know she's here.
That's right. She was back there.
Back.
I left.
So wait,
It's gonna take a
while
moment. I understand
get
taking a
through.
moment. On here. You don't have to. So, Gigi, it is our immense honor to offer you admittance into the Order of the Pelican. But what we are going to do is put you on vigil, and then our heirs are going to elevate you at a time of your and their choosing. We had sort of said we weren't going to do any more, but your name came up, and I said, please. I think you're amazing. Thank you for everything you've done for the SCA and the kingdom. Would you go on vigil for us, please? Thank you. She said yes. So we contemplate admission into the order, and our heirs look forward to your answer at a later date. Thank you. The order is dismissed. Thank you all.
For Gianna, the newest vigilant for the Order of the Pelican. A joyous time!
The event steward has business before Her Majesty's court.
Or I have business with the event steward.
Her Majesty has business with the event steward.
I don't want to make you talk if you have nothing to say. Do you have anything to say? I'll let you go first.
Thank you all. I do mean all, attendees and most certainly volunteers. There is no way an event this large could have been pulled off without an amazing team, and every single one of them deserves a joyous noise. Thank you. On one questionable note, there is a ATM card that was left at gate. If you think you have left your ATM card there, please check in on that.
Way to put him on the spot there.
At the moment, I do not have those numbers. However, they are being tabulated as we speak. So I will be providing them tomorrow morning with any luck.
The gate person is standing behind you.
Fine with
I have rough numbers, no final numbers.
We'll take the rough numbers.
Rough numbers is approximately 2,800 adults.
What?
And I believe that's 1,200 kids. 1,000.
Wow. Thanks for asking the question. It felt fake today, although it didn't, because this event was so well spaced out. We really hope that this event attracts the next generation. They were here, they were passionate, and they were hungry. Thank you and your team for everything that you did. We would like to give you a token of our thanks to share with your team. Thank you so much. Whoa. Yes, please. You're gonna get bogged down.
And this is from the Barony, to share with your event team. I'll try not to drop it all again.
Whoa. That is a very sturdy cup.
It is probably made by Gwen the Potter.
Yep. Someone on his team could come up and help him carry.
Okay.
Oh, you got it? What do I know? Thank you so much. Like, seriously, this has been really an amazing day. And you guys pulled together so well after such a long break. And I know that this is an immense event to pull off, and you guys did it beautifully, really.
We are happy to serve.
For the event stewards and the event team. Her Majesty's Court is suspended. The Dragon's Lair Court may resume.
Here resumes the court of their excellencies of Dragon's Lair. Their excellencies call before them Kiar, Ingen, Kiakna. Present yourselves before their excellencies. The chambered nautilus is the most powerful ocean creature, with its pearly beauty and spiral perfection. Kiar Ingen Fiakna has gifted our lands with beauty, joy, and wondrous art. Their skilled hands and creative mind has earned them a place in the Order of the Nautilus.
We are on Barony.
So your time in culinary alone, creating menus and research and feeding so many people with such amazing food, that's period. It's just one part of what you do.
She's also done amazing research on period food, as well I'm doing this. As well as illuminating things. She didn't do this one. Thank you for everything you do for Barony.
For the newest member of the Nautilus, a joyous noise. Their Excellencies, call before them His Lordship Milo of House Arai. Present yourself before their Excellencies. Just as the lily is ennobled by its fair blossom, so too is our dream made real by noble deeds of willing hands. For their continuous and joyous service, we invite His Lordship Milo to join the ranks of the Dragon's Lily of the Barony of Dragon's Lair, done by our hand and seal on its 18th day of June, being Annus Satiatatis 57. Jeez. Roman, I should be able to remember.
So
We, Ariane, Baron.
you are Johnson. You have been serving Barony, the kingdom, helping create all these amazing things, and helping your lovely one be able to do her dream too. So not only in service to the kingdom, but also to her.
And I believe you also shot steer car when he was king. That was probably service too. Thank you for everything you do for Barony and the kingdom.
For the newest member of the Order of the Dragon's Lily, hip hip! Hip hip! Hip! Let Marchesa Laurel and de Brandeven present themselves before their Excellencies.
You do it so well. We love you.
Within our lands, great deeds are known, woven with selfless service, sustaining the heart of the Barony of Dragon's Lair. Today we recognize one such faithful subject, whose efforts bolster the heartbeat of this brave land. Thus we proclaim Marchesa Laurelyn de Brandeven, a member of the Order of the Dragon's Heart.
You're prepared for that. So say we, Chloe Baronet.
So say we, Ariane, Baron.
So it comes with a few things. Scroll of many words.
Scroll was made by Dame Tamlin for you.
There's a lot to say in words from.
You'll recognize the writing. Orontius wrote it.
Yeah. And it also comes with a little part.
I asked Orontius what colors you write.
Now, you've been doing this service to the Barony for longer than I've been alive, I think. Almost. Almost. 30 something. That was just a thought. I don't. I was involved with the Barony just in high school. Wow. You deserve this. You put so much heart and so much effort into this Barony, in all of its hardship and all of its glory. You are beyond deserving.
Laurelyn has served as Baroness. She has served as Regent. She has been Queen. She has done immense service to the Barony. She has done immense service to the kingdom. She has done immense service to society. This is the Barony's highest service award. She is the heart of our Barony. There's no other way to say it. Thank you for everything you do.
For a true dragon's heart of the Barony of Dragon's Lair, a joyous noise. The baronial seneschal has words for the populace.
No?
She's obviously doing serious work for the barony. Let her ladyship Skala Raffensdottir present themselves before their excellencies.
Where did she go?
Attending the child.
We'll get her later.
In Dragon's Lair, outstanding support, encouragement, and performance of the arts receives special acclaim. We have heard of your wondrous works from the populace. We do hereby invite you to join the ranks of the Monominos of the Barony of Dragon's Lair.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So this one is the service to the art. She gives service by teaching the kids and running our family activities. She provides stamps for all the things we need marked. Many, many, many stamps. And I think she dealt with 1,000 kids today and ran out of supplies. So we know there have been many. So please, yeah, give this to her, and I will hug her later.
What a wonderful woman you have for a wife.
For the arts and duty of a mother, 3 cheers! Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Let his lordship Alarcus Simmons present themselves before their excellencies. In Dragon's Lair, outstanding support, encouragement, and performance of the arts receive special acclaim. We have heard of your wondrous works in the populace. We do hereby invite you to join the ranks of the Monominos of the Barony of Dragon's Lair.
Chloe, very nice.
So say we Ariane Baron.
We were going to spread things apart, but he didn't have competition today, so that's okay. So he's getting this beautiful thing. So he makes all of the medallions for the wyvern. And that alone would be enough. But your lovely wife sent us a beautiful long list of achievements that I proceeded to leave at home. Not only does she see what she sees, but everyone around. You're always on the archery range, marshalling. You're here with setup. You're here with tear down. You're inspirational.
You've been with the Barony forever, and you are very much the soul of our Barony.
For the newest member of the Monominos, 3 cheers! Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! His Lordship, Stephen the Sinister, has business before this court. do I have your permission to address the populace?
Absolutely.
We have a thrown weapons competition today. Novelty throw. I myself am not so great at planning and coming up with these things. I decided to make things a little sinister today. We had 6 participants. Of those 6 participants, only one was actually able to score any points on the knife throw that we did. And that secured him the win in the competition. Nathaniel Lekarev. I need him to come up here, please. Yeah.
Wow.
This is your prize.
Sharp on the edges, I would love
Yeah.
Time for throwing.
Made by Alistair.
Oh.
Well done.
For the winner. Sir Galvanus Britannicus has business before this court.
So we had a little prize tournament today for period armor. Gift or the prize is a gift card for Azer for $100. Our winner today was Quaz Vermendal. Sir Quaz in the building.
Sir Quaz, are you in the building?
I'll find Quaz later.
I would take his gift.
Of course.
No. Both Quaz and Sir Gurn fought beautifully today. It was a very fine tournament. Thank you for putting it on.
Thank you. And thank you for allowing me to have this here.
It adds so much just pageantry as well as lovely fighting. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir Quaz and the sponsor of the tournament. A joyous noise. His Lordship Jacques de Normandy, sorry, His Excellency Jacques de Normandy has business before this court.
So we had a little bit of rapier going on today. I promised you all as much rapier as you could eat, and you showed up with appetites. We had almost 40 fighters show up for the rapier tournaments today. First of all, a huge thank you to our list mistress, Magnifica Alessandra, who coordinated the report. Thank you to all of the marshals who came and helped and kept everybody safe and talked to the moderns as they were visiting today. Excellent job. Thank you to Your Majesty for giving awards out on our field today. It meant the world to the people who received them to be among their people and get those from you. All right, so first tourney of the day was the Dragon Claw tourney. This is for people who have never won a tournament before. It gives them a chance to fight amongst their peers and not have the order of defense come in and, make them look bad. And we did have a winner today. Dragomira, you here? Please come forward. So, hopefully you've got friends. We've got this wonderful box for you as winning. That is yours. Thank you. You fought well today. I think there are almost a dozen fighters in the newcomers tourney, and she was the victor. Yeah. Sadly, you can't do it again. But that is yours. Thank you for fighting today. There we go. Then you had an open field tournament where the fighters fought for 30 minutes, got a 15-minute break, and fought another 30 minutes. In that 1 hour of fighting, what is it? Balian fought and won 36 fights. I don't know how many total he had, but he had 36 wins. Are you here, Balian?
He's coming.
Okay. Oh, he's coming. I just wanted to recognize him. He already got his prize because it was a really big portable sword stand that he can put all his spiffy gear on. But come forward, say hi to everybody. This is a guy to look out for when you're fighting. Thank you very much. Following the open field tournament, we went straight into the Order of Defense Invitational. This is where those members of the Order of Defense each chose a couple people that inspired their fighting today, and they fought a quick, sweet 16. And Gareth was our winner.
Fundraiser for the Ukraine. Thank you so much.
Well done today. Beautiful fighting at the end. Beautiful fighting. I think you were up against Aiden.
Yeah.
Both past Kingdom Rapier champions. Beautiful fights. Beautiful fights. And finally, well, actually, real quick, as an interlude, we have the Tacoma Narrows Bridge battle. You'll be happy to know that at the very end, for the last man standing fight, Dragon's Lair was victorious. So you can hold that over Bloffen or another way. Merely for bragging points. But yeah, I will say that Aiden put up a good fight when it was 4-1. He held his own. And finally, we had a quick cut and thrust tourney, which was fun. The moderns loved watching them just go at it and beat the snot out of each other with steel swords. And a goose, there you hear. A goose scored the most wins during this tourney, and I know you had fun doing it because I was out there watching it.
Will all those present members of the Order of the Wyvern of Dragon's Lair present yourselves in this court?
Please feel free to partake of your evening. We're gonna all cram into this.
Because we like you.
Greetings to you, most noble Order of the Wyvern. Your service to this barony is exemplary. Your busy hands and minds breathe life into our dream. Today, you come to recommend admission of another to your order. Does the candidate have a sponsor?
He does. What is this candidate? Ooh.
Maria!
Nice.
Honorable Lady Fury Automata, your presence is required.
Don't blame him.
Qualities that make her a worthy member of the order.
Some of your excellencies. As I'm sure many of you saw Furia racing by all throughout the event, doing everything that she could to bring everything that is needed. That is just the smallest part of what Furia does for this barony. She stepped up as seneschal through a difficult time where she had her apprenticeship in it was very short, and she has been grace under fire, and she has put so many hours into helping bring this barony and keep this barony together through the plague years, through a baronial changeover. And it is only the smallest part that you see where she is working herself ridiculously throughout all of this event. It's only the smallest tithe of the work and labor that she puts into this barony that she loves.
I met Furia first as Isabel.
I didn't know.
And then everybody was like, damn, it's in California. And I'm like, who is that? I thought, oh, it's the lovely lady that I met at my very first event. So what you all don't know is I was seneschal, and then she agreed to just be my assistant. And then I was like, by the way, I might want to do this barony thing, and I need a deputy, and you get to run the whole thing because I can't know the details. So she got to, on the fly, while working, learn how to be a seneschal and run a polling. And then she was my assistant into the COVID years. And then we exchanged in the middle of COVID during a virtual event. And you all don't know what she does behind the scenes. She's attended training while working. She's attended training from work to help with email and crises and run events. And she's such a boon.
Downtown, first of all, I'm sorry about meeting you. You have, from the moment that you stepped in this barony, been a joyful member of this barony, and have constantly asked the question, how can I help? Can I help you? Can I help you? And every time your help is effective, appreciated, and joyful. And I am very happy to have you considered for it.
Is this the wish of the order that Furia Donata be admitted into the order?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, yippee skippy.
Furia Donata, well pleased are we with your continued efforts and diligent service. To our barony and right mindful are we, the wishes of your peers. We are minded to create you a member of the Order of the River. Will you accept from us this honor? And swear to uphold the rights and responsibilities of the order.
Take from our hand. The token of his comfort.
Wow. Oh. Somebody loves
So Furia likes axolotls. So I made her an axolotl.
You mean the members of your order. And 3 cheers for the newest member of the Wyvern of Dragon's Lair. Hip hip. Huzzah! Hip, huzzah! Hip, huzzah!
You lied to me.
Well done.
We had a little war with our neighbors to the south. Years ago, we bought the land down to Gig Harbor and the bridge for chocolate chip cookies. And the Baroness actually helped to pay for that. So we just want that land back. And he doesn't seem to figure out how to get the war points right, so the Baronesses are going to sort it out.
I still say that the records show that apparently Dragon's Lair did not fully create the amount of cookies equivalent to the weight of our founding Baron of Baron Michael, who was a very large man of generous heart and girth.
You were part of that baby.
I was like shit. I was minor.
Still doesn't count. So.
Wait, did you have fun?
I had fun. Did you?
Did you have fun? Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Woo!
I did.
Your Royal Highness, did you have fun?
So much fun. If I had fun and they had fun.
We both win. We all win. Please come play at Honey War and Autumn War when we're going to have a continuing war where if you come and play at Honey War, you may leave your tents up and come back the next weekend and play for another round. But our champion and my Baron did actually create a challenge for Strong Card, which I am sorry. But we do need to have that. And it has been a while since we have been able to battle with those of the South. And it would greatly enrich the realm if we were able to have a large scale war with South and North, because of course it's very difficult because they had their investiture today.
Don't commit to anything.
Oh,
yeah. We'll take that under advisement.
But Your Highness, I thought you were going to fight with us.
Oh. They all win.
Okay.
I told you. If you said someone, I would wait on site.
Will our cousins help you make this? Thus suspends the court of Baroness Chloe and Baron Arion of Dragon's Lair.
So, we're gonna take like 30 seconds to stretch and open this door because it's very warm up here. So if you want to stretch and stand up and do your thing, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Cartier. May all those for whom it is your first event, please come forward. Any newcomers? Never been to an event before, please come.
Don't be shy. Have this. Wait for one more. Two more. So I know there were a ton of newcomers today. And this is quite the event to have as your first event. I believe you all found something that reached into your soul and you're going to be passionate about, and that you found your geek. The SCA and On Tier breed family, chosen family, and it is our sincere wish that you all find something that you love here and that we can call you part of our community and part of our family, and to welcome you, be giving you a cap and a cup. So welcome. 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 And I just, I have to brag on one of these newcomers real quick. Sven, who is my king's name as well, drew this wonderful picture of me today and gave it to me. So thank you again for that. That's really wonderful. So, thank you all. I hope you have a great time and enjoy yourselves tonight.
For the newcomers and the future of On Tier, a joyous noise. Johannes Gortman, come before Her Majesty.
Yes, please stand. We want to welcome you back after a hiatus away and recognize your contributions on the Rapier field and as a volunteer, and really just recognize you as part of the On Tier community.
Johannes Gortman, whereas it has come to our notice that through diverse great efforts you have considerably enriched our realm, it is thus our pleasure to present you an award of arms. From this day forward, you have the rights and responsibilities of this rank, and we charge you to consult with our heralds to determine suitable and unique arms by our hands this 18th day of June, Anna Societatis 57. Sven, King of On Tier, Rivken, Queen of On Tier. Dragomira Kokolnica, come before Her Majesty.
All right, I'm going to say wonderful things about Dragomira. Dragomira makes props to enhance the ambiance of events. She has made like columns for a Roman feast, a costumer extraordinaire. So we would like to recognize her for her arts.
Let it be proclaimed to all the known world that we, Sven, King by right of arms, and Rivken by inspiration and grace, Queen, well pleased with the efforts and skills in the arts and sciences of our subject, Dragomira Kokolnica, do hereby admit them into the right honorable order of the Jean de Leon. And also give us the right to wear upon the person the symbol of the order. Further, do we grant unto them the right to display arms and a crest, and also to show a ribbon and pendant therefrom the badge of this order.
Who knew? All of them. Anyway, thanks. Joyous noise.
A joyous noise. McEwen, please come before Her Majesty.
Conor, we would like to recognize you for your prowess on the heavy field, your war commanding, and your general helpfulness and mentorship of other people on the heavy field.
Growth and strength come through effort and dedication. When combined with chivalry and courtesy, these sustain our realm. It is with this in mind that we, Sven, King on Tyr, and Rivkin, Queen on Tyr, do take up our prerogative to elevate our subject, Conor McEwen, for their prowess upon the field of honor, with fellowship in the noble order of the Sable Gauntlet, and with this, a grant of arms.
I like it when the back gets rowdy.
For the newest member of the Order of the Sable Gauntlet, a joyous noise.
Let's do it.
All members of the Order of the Laurel here present come now before the thrones of Tyr.
So this is going to be quite lengthy. There's lots of people to recognize. So I would like to invite the Order of the Laurel to make themselves comfortable. If you would like to sit, if you would like to stand, whatever you would like to do, we will not take offense.
I came prepared.
As did I. As long as we have a view. Make yourself comfortable so you're not in front of the camera. All right.
Does this order have a petition for their majesties?
Oh, yes. The camera. Don't be in front of the camera. Good?
Alistair,
The Order of the Laurel petitions your majesties to admit this individual into the Order of the Laurel.
did they hear their name?
Alistair! Alistair MacRobert!
Please come forward.
Let Alistair MacRobert approach. Wow.
Nice.
This is what you pay me for, your majesty.
One more chorus. Piper. Play. Or not.
No, they're gonna have.
I tried.
I like
Excuse me, Laura. Right over.
in front of the camera there.
I think Alistair's back there somewhere. There he is.
In exaltation of the society and for the increase of honor, it was ordained to create a company which is called the Order of the Laurel, and they are masters and mistresses of the noble arts and sciences. And the companions wear the badge of a laurel wreath, for the laurel of nature is always green, and the victorious are crowned with laurel. And all the companions of this order are held and swear at their entrance that they will give good example of courtesy, and they promise to have good and true love of the sovereigns, and to defend and maintain the laws of the kingdom and the statutes of the society. And they promise to serve the sovereigns to their power, and they promise to enrich the kingdom by honorable deeds, good works, and wise counsel. And this order ranks in precedence with the chivalry and the Order of the Pelican and the Order of Defense, and carries with it a patent of arms. Alistair brings before their Royal Majesties on tier examples of his work, banners displaying his love of loyalty of on tier, dedication to the Barony of Glenmere, love for his household, as they labored nobly together for the Sable Lion and the Sable Lioness, and his most recent A&S honor of receiving a Jean de Lion.
Having seen examples of Alistair's work and his generosity of giving his work to almost everybody in this room, we are desirous of hearing more of his merits.
Is there a companion of the Order of Chivalry who will speak for this candidate?
Your Majesty, Earl Edward Ian Anderson, Knight of this kingdom, Laurel of this order. I wish to speak about this candidate's virtue. What makes the orders of chivalry, Laurel, Pelican, and Maud equals? It is the virtues that they extend to the populace and to their kingdom. Prowess is one of the great ones. Alistair has shown his prowess in what he builds, what he makes. He's shown his loyalty to the people by what he teaches to the people. The skills that he transfers on. This is what makes him a laurel of this kingdom.
Is there a member of the Lord of the Laurel who will speak for this candidate?
Yes, there is, Your Majesty. And I am not, obviously, Master Aaron Carino, but I will be delivering his words. Greetings, Your Majesties, Highnesses, Excellencies, assembled peers, fellow laurels, and populace of our magnificent kingdom. I am Master Aaron Carino. I'm not Master Aaron Carino. Regret not being able to deliver this testament of Alistair in person, and am honored that my laurel, me, will deliver this in my place. Alistair, 3 words in particular come to mind when I think of you. Artistry, community, family. It is through these 3 lenses that I want you to show all assembled, here how I see you. Artistry, one need only to look at the graceful shapes and refined planes that you coax and manipulate lengths of wood into to see you're an artist. But more than that, you are a continuously evolving artist who seeks to add to your tools via learning. The symbol of our order is a wreath of laurel, in essence, branches from a laurel tree shaped by human artistry to elevate the raw material into a graceful form without losing sight of the raw material the creation came from. Community. As an artist, I've watched you continuously support and promote the artistic community of Ontier, through your support of your barony as a landed baron, as an exhibitor in the community of artisans and researchers each year at Athenaeum, and then during COVID, you helped create a huge body of archived content to enable artisans and non-artisans alike to feel connected during a time when gathering in person was not possible. Family, beyond the obvious fact of being a dedicated father and husband, which are laudable accolades unto themselves, I have the good fortune of calling you family through our household, the Priory of St. Catherine. Like any family, ours is a rich tapestry of individual personalities, yet you manage to remain a calm rock of steadfast patience in caring and support. And considering those of us in the household, that's a feat. Not Aaron's words, mine. As a step in the process of induction to the order, one normally is released from the oaths of fealty, but today we, your household family, do not release you from our oath of love and support. Instead, we joyfully renew that love as we lift you up among these assembled laurels. Welcome, fellow Laurel. I look forward to calling you my peer and sitting in council with you, Master Aaron Carino.
Is there a member of the Order of the Pelican who will speak for this candidate?
Yes, I would like to speak. I am Maestra Rafaela Di Contino. I am also a member of this order. However, today I speak to you as a member of the Order of the Pelican. I would like to tell you about this candidate's heart of service. We use that term a lot. It encompasses so much. And in the case of this candidate, it elevates and really informs everything he does. You've heard about how this candidate creates community and how he is taught, how he serves his, not only his kingdom, but his barony as a landed baron. In every way, he seeks to not only serve, but to help people grow in their service. So while he is happy to sell you a box or a chair, he also opens his home and welcomes people to come and learn from him the tools of how to create these things and pass on that knowledge to create a further enriched community and kingdom. In everything he does, you see this heart of service. He serves not with just determination and grit, but with joy. He loves serving, he loves sharing, and I am so proud to be his.
Is there a companion of the Order of Defense who will speak for this candidate?
Greetings to the mighty King of Ontario. I am known as Bridget, and I have come to speak of my friend Alistair. I admit, I have not known him as long as I recently had the pleasure of getting to know each other a bit better when I was not only was I made to feel welcome to the community, I was immediately impressed with the scale, the overall attention to detail he places in all things he touches and makes, from furniture to embellishment and furnishings. As a professional myself, I then got to geek out and talk about the construction and methods and materials. It was very enjoyable and let me consider what things I might make in the future. I have further seen and appreciated great work there. As a captain of the Royal Guard to a previous reign, I set up and put down the new Gothic royal thrones, the beautiful thrones. Many times, absolute admiration of how beautiful they look and how much they enrich our kingdom's royal presence. Alistair's work, both on the artistic both and masterful. His hospitality and courtesy are without compare. While quiet of tone, and very funny. He sets a fine example of for all of us to aspire to. Your Majesty, this gentle is my peerage. Thank you. Thank you.
There is a royal peer of Ontario who will speak for this candidate. That would be me. As a member of both the Order of the Laurel and the Pelican, I can speak with fervor to the excellence of Alistair's artistry, to the marvelousness of his hospitality, his presentation, and the quality of the service that he renders to others. But as a royal peer, my concern here is one of them is with the long-term health and well-being of the kingdom. And seeing someone who has such remarkable qualities made a peer of this kingdom is very, very, very delightful to me, because I know that with him in place as a member of the peerage in this kingdom, that the overall health and well-being of the kingdom is in good and safe condition. Alistair, I am delighted to see you as a member of the peerage of the kingdom. Yes, the big shoes do get a little bit funny to wear sometimes, but I can only see you as an ongoing and marvelous addition to the kingdom, and someone who will continue the health and well-being of all of our populace. Is there a member of the populace who will speak for this candidate?
I would seek that honor. I am Morgan Stagholt. I've known Alistair since he first joined our society many years ago, just after the gods invented time, gravity, before they had invented weather for Earth itself. In the kingdom of Adenbelt, we imported our weather directly from the sun. They still import their weather directly from the sun, even though we have Earth weather now. They just never got around to it, and it's become something of a tradition. But I would speak of Alistair's history and constancy. When our kingdom was called to war, my house, Stagholt, decided we would answer that call with siege weapons and armored fighters. We purchased elbow cups, knee cups, basket hilts, rattan, and set about assembling our weapons and armor. Alistair wanted something more. He began researching and came up with the Visby coat of plates. And he wore it to a house war practice, and we saw that it was good. And many of us, myself included, wanted one. Alistair produced patterns and instructions and taught us how to produce this armor so that we could take the field better protected, mobile, comfortable, and help defend our kingdom and bring them victory. Alistair, as always, had the heart and spirit of a Lair. It comes natural to him to research, to learn, to make, and to teach. I humbly encourage you, Your Majesty, to recognize this for me.
Thank you.
We have heard so much good.
We have heard so much good about you and seen so much good in you.
Hoping that you will persevere.
Hoping that you will persevere.
Increase these deeds.
And increase these deeds
To the exaltation.
To the exaltation
Honor.
Of honor.
Of the order of the world.
In the order
of the order
of the order of the laurel,
and of the kingdom of Ontario,
and of the kingdom of Ontario,
and to your merit and praise,
and to your merit and praise.
You chosen to be a companion of this order.
Have you chosen to be a companion of this order?
And friendly company.
And friendly company.
They're on here.
Does the order of the laurel desire that Alistair be admitted?
Yes!
Are you sworn in fealty to another?
I am, Your Majesty.
Let's take care of that.
Your Majesty. As Alistair's knight, I humbly request to be allowed to remain fealty to me.
I would love that. I think that is another path that you should continue on, because the Order of Chivalry would be lucky to have. Alistair, well pleased with your skill and your continued service to this our kingdom,
and right mindful
of the desires of your peers,
we are minded
We are minded to create you a companion of the Order of the Laurel. Will you take this honor from our hands and swear to uphold the rights and responsibilities of this order?
I will, Your Majesty.
You shall swear that shall be to our sovereign lord, the king and lady the queen, and to their heirs, princes and princesses of Antir. You shall be a good and true brother unto the companions of the Order of the Laurel, whereof you are now a full brother admitted. You shall not from henceforth withstand nor disobey the summons of the order without a reasonable excuse be had to the contrary. You shall not use customably any unlawful things that should be against good conversations and honest conditions. That is to say, you shall be no common rioter, common dice player, common night walker, nor use the company of untrue jurors. You shall bring your apprentices before the order and present the indentures to be made. You shall not entice nor withdraw anyone's apprentice until that reasonable departing be made between the master and the student. All these points and all the articles above specified and rehearsed, as much as is in you is, we shall and well and truly keep and observe to your power. I promise this.
I promise this.
And swear this.
And swear this.
Your Majesty, bring forth the medallion.
Bring forth the medallion. Does it have a lineage? Take from our hands this medallion. It is gorgeous.
It bears a symbol of the order of the laurel wreath.
Which bears the symbol of the Order of the laurel wreath.
For in ancient times.
For in ancient time.
This was the symbol of champions.
This was the symbol of champions.
Adorned upon the head.
Adorned upon the head.
So that all would know.
So that all would know. Of their great worth and merit.
Where it always with honor.
Where it always with honor.
Where it always with humility.
Where it always with humility.
Let the companion's wreath be rendered up that he may be adorned with a crest bearing the symbol of the order.
Aaron, you rocked it.
I'm trying to. There we go.
Wow.
Lovely.
Please.
The order receives you into its friendly company.
The order receives you into its friendly company, and as a sign, presents you with this mantle.
May you wear it long in praise and service.
May you wear it long in praise and service, unless you want to give it up to me. For the growth and honor of the order, of your merits and good name.
On which the take the boots right.
When does the hat? Let's do the hat now. Does the hat have a history?
No, it's brand new. I made it for him.
Can you show the crowd what you made?
Ooh. Oh, wow. You know I love a good back pocket.
Let's put that on his head. Okay. Thank you. On which symbol would you like to swear fealty?
I would swear on the crown of the queen, the heart of the kingdom.
Long live the queen!
Alistair. Oh, this is for him.
I, Alistair, companion of the Order of the Laurel,
Peer of the kingdom of Antir.
and a peer of the kingdom of Antir,
To become your liege man.
to become your liege man
of life, limb, and earthly work.
of life, limb, and earthly work.
Faith and truth will I bear unto you.
Faith and truth will I bear unto you,
To live and die.
to live and die
Against all manner of foes.
against all manner of foes.
Vestre majestatis Alistairus venit homo vester ad vobis promitit fidem et fidelitatem hodie et in posterum contra omnis gentes previvere poterunt et mori faciens vobis qui quasi suo domino et sua domine munus quod feudum apportat.
And we, for our part,
Do swear and protect and defend you
do swear to protect and defend you
and your household
and your household
with all our power,
with all our power,
so long as we remain sovereigns of Ontario.
so long as we remain sovereigns of Ontario. So say we, Rithkin, Queen, Ontario.
Sic dicimus Rivkin Regina Ontir. My queen, congratulations. Henceforth be Master Alistair in this our realm.
Congratulations, and henceforth be Master Alistair in our realm.
Let the proclamation be made.
I would like a cheer there. Let's do a cheer.
Oh, wow. Wow.
My queen,
Rise, Master Alistair, and be greeted by your peers.
for Master Alistair, Master of the Laurel. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip!
So the order is not done. Alistair, if you could join the order. Alistair. Give people a minute to finish.
Alistair, medallion is back. Medallion. Thank you.
How wonderful is it that the kingdom has so many talented and skilled artists and mentors and teachers that we get to do 4 of these today. It's amazing. It really, really is.
My queen, greetings to you, companions of the Order of the Laurel.
Greetings to you again, companions of the Order of the Laurel.
Each of you is a peer of this our realm.
Each of you is a peer of this our realm
By virtue of your service
by virtue of your service
and the sharing of your talents
and the sharing of your talents
with the people of the kingdom.
with the people of the kingdom.
Today you bring before us
Today you bring before us another
for consideration.
for consideration.
What is the name of the candidate?
What is the name of the candidate?
Let Gabriella Margherita Simonette Rucciolei approach the throne.
I am proud. Here, I want to say a question. Means our land. Why are things come to me? Less and who thought of the drawing? Gone. Today the traffic will race the body for our enemies. See, the story of our dreams is real made from passion home. Augmented our name. Our purifiers are even and our ways and arches paint our futures that don't fade. And thus those hands and hearts and souls that serve should well regarded be for paths they will, inspiring with their song, spread, pen, and turn. And honor. Honor all who try to build the beauty in our lives with effective courage. It's children today want to break this through. Gabriella Margherita, long known admired, respected for a variety of topics, whose gifts adorn with just information and dialogue, and to enhance population gallery. This praise, we grant you periods in this our elements across the society of Lord, of fear, excellent example of party hand, of grace and service. All good gentles who hear these words know. This is the soul and talent of great work. Her ladyship, Gabriella Margherita,
Wow. You look amazing. Would you like to sit under, or would you like to stand? Okay, whatever makes you comfortable.
Is there any member of the royal peerage who will speak for this candidate? Missing somebody? Oh.
For Grace.
Majesty, Highness, assembled nobles. I'd like to speak a little bit about my friend Gabriella. You will hear some people speak of her knowledge and her research. You will hear some people speak of her talent and skill. I could go on for hours. Today, I'd like to speak about her nobility of spirit and the generosity. And you'll hear some similar words today. There's the service you have performed for me personally is deeply moving to me, but it's also a service to the kingdom. You create works of art within the scope of your knowledge, without the scope of your knowledge, and you do it with an eye to beautify the kingdom. And you do it with such grace and such joy that we are lucky to know you. I have seen you overcome adversity and stand tall, and I am just so proud of you, and I am so excited to see you join this order.
Care to speak?
I am Mistress Isolde de la Villarue, a member of the Order of the Laurel and of the Pelican, and I wish to speak about Gabriella's costuming and clothing. The first time I saw her, more than 30 years ago, yes, we're old, she walked into a Madrona event and she had on stunning Italian costuming, which you really didn't see very often back then. And it was beautiful and memorable and very inspiring. And here she is, more than 30 years later, in stunning Italian costuming. And she has, of course, increased her knowledge and increased her skill during this time. But what she started with is what she still does. Not only, and she does a time period of Italian costuming that isn't as well represented amongst our populace as others. She does the 1530s with the very giant sleeves and the giant hats called a balzo. She has done some pretty groundbreaking research into balzos because there aren't any. There's none. None have continued to exist. So we can't look at them as we can so many things in museums and say, oh, that's how it worked. So using portraits and tiny clues in manuscripts and text, a few words here and one line there and two lines here, she has managed to figure out how they really made them in period and to recreate that. I mean, that's living history, and she has really made that come alive, and that's something that she's brought to this kingdom that nobody else had before. So I am honored to be here to acknowledge you as my peer.
Would a member of the Order of Chivalry speak now? Would a member of the Order of the Laurel?
My name is Marquesa Laurel de Brandovan, and I wish to speak today about Gabriella's perseverance. When Gabriella first started drawing in the Renaissance style, she was very dissatisfied with her work. She came to me to ask my advice, and what I told her was that she had to persevere, because it's my opinion that perseverance is the foundation of mastery. So I told her to just keep going, even if she was dissatisfied, even if she saw every flaw, which we do not see, even if she wanted to quit. And I actually told her that she needed to not only continue to persevere, to be courageous about that, but also to look at her work with a critical eye against the masters of the Renaissance. And we're talking Leonardo da Vinci here, right? Not at all intimidating, but she did it. And she continues to do that. And I am so incredibly proud of her journey. She is incredible with her drawing. She not only looks at the drawings and looks at the way that the styles of the different masters work, but she also looks at the paper and really thinks about the kind of paper that was used in the Renaissance. She looks at the drawing implements and considers making her own implements and working with implements that were used in period. This perseverance to mastery is everything that Gabriella does. And I am so very proud that you took my advice, even though it may not have been the best, and ran with it.
I have further words. I have words from someone who's unable to be here today, but who has great love for Gabriella and wanted to be present in this way. These are the words of Duke Christian Bain. Of her vision, I have not the eyes. Of her skill, I have not the hands. Of her knowledge, I lay empty at her feet. Of my lack, I am powerless and cannot speak. Though now, for what I have been given and have the vessel to receive, I can speak such words that would shake the greatest peaks. This mighty vox, a horn to sound an echo forever repeating of a heart filled by her gracious skill, given for nothing but the whisper of thanks in return. For my voice to her ear is but all I could offer, and to this day, it is all she has ever asked of me. So today, my voice I will give. Look upon this, the finest exemplar of knowledge and talent, by her hand, turned wonder to beauteous form, and for her charity and love, one can pour from their soul and never find thirst again.
That's the Royal Highness of London, full of Cartier. Because I decided that I could not be here to witness the illusion of Gabriella Margherita. The order of the Lord. On many occasions, we've heard of her in the department of Alessandra and Lorenzo. Gigi. He's been called Gloria and Margot, As if for yours. They enjoy the together. But sometimes they are. But I don't want to sound their in service to this our kingdom. Gabriella, while immense and talented in the area of garment embellishment and construction, is also an incredibly talented artist with pen, pencil, and brush. She's also well versed in the industry. I have spent many hours in her fine company and have learned many things from her. I find her to be a truly kind and generous person. I'm happy to know she's receiving this recognition from your Majesty and say. Thank you for hearing my words. Yours in service, such as in heart, and flying.
Is it your desire?
Okay, we got it. These words have been wonderful from everyone. To the order, is it still your desire that Gabriella be admitted to the Order of the Laurel?
Yes,
Your Majesty. Are you sworn in fealty to another?
Laurel.
Dame Ellen.
Gabriella, when we first met, more years ago than either of us wants to admit, in another place and time, I was in awe of your creativity and your skill. Many years later, when we met again and you asked to be my first apprentice, I was both humbled and flattered. I was not sure I was ready for the job, and we both learned together. You've been all I could ask for in an apprentice. You studied and worked hard to improve your skills, and with minimal guidance from me. I was delighted when the Laurel Circle came to me and said they want you to join us, that you are ready. You brought yourself here to this place. I hereby release you from your contract as apprentice, but not from my contract.
Gabriella, well pleased with your skill.
Gabriella, well pleased with your skills
And continued service to this our kingdom.
and your continued service to this our kingdom,
Mindful of the desires of your peers.
and right mindful of the very eloquent desires of your peers.
We are minded to create you.
We are minded to create you a companion of the Order of the Laurel. Will you accept this honor from our hands?
Then will you, Gabriella, give your word to continue to fulfill the requirements set for the governance of this order, as you most surely have until now, to increase your labors nobly, to nourish your talents as befits a noble, and to seek to disseminate your talents and abilities throughout the kingdoms of the known world as far as is within your powers.
Bring forth the medallion. Does the medallion have a lineage?
No, it was created for Gabrielle. The medallion itself was made by Fiorli, Mr. Fiorli, and is a gift from Murakami Saruko Sensei and myself. Pearls are a gift from Mistress of Soul.
Then take from our hands
This token of your accomplishment.
this token of your accomplishment and our esteem. Bring forth the circlet. Does the circlet have a story?
it does not.
It does not.
The circlet,
Wear this circlet
symbol of that nobility,
as a symbol of that nobility
to which your own labors,
to which your own labors,
as much as our recognition,
as much as our recognition,
have raised you.
have raised you.
Let it be known on this day that Gabriella Margherita Simonette Rucellai has been admitted to the Right Noble Order of the Laurel and will be known as a peer of the Kingdom of Antir. Would you now swear fealty to the crown? Upon which symbol of state would you swear fealty?
Because of her inspiration, I feel on her next.
I, Gabriella Margherita Simonette Rucellai,
I, Gabriella,
a companion of the Order of the Laurel, and a peer of the Kingdom of Ontir, to become your liege woman of life, limb, and of earthly worship. Faith and truth will I bear unto you. To live and die against all manner of folk.
And we, for our part,
do swear to protect and defend you and your household.
do swear to protect and defend you and your household with all our power.
So long as we remain.
So long as we remain sovereigns of Ontir. So say we, Rithkin, Queen, Ontir.
Gabriella Margherita.
I just thought maybe there was another.
Oh, there.
Okay. Gabriella Margherita Simonette Ruchelay. Go forth to your peers.
For Mistress Gabriella, 3 cheers. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip.
Before you go to your peers, there is a really amazing scroll that Her Grace Helene did for you. That the portrait is off the hook. Oh wow, beautiful. So you can tell how much love went into this. Yeah. Congratulations. Yep. Yeah. So before we call the next candidate, would everybody like to get up? Yes. Yeah.
Come on.
I'll put it on my chair.
Thank you.
Need help us? Oh.
Yeah. Hi. How are you? Yeah. You feel nice? Bye. Yeah. They look like little pieces of coral. There we go. Brilliant. Oh my God. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy Newport!
Greetings again. You two, the companions of the Order of the Laurel. There is another who is missing from your ranks. Would you call them forward, please? This is another Italian.
Alessandra Lorenzo di Martini di Simonetti approach the throne.
So many of you know that our kingdom needs more skilled hands, commonly hands. Our goal. Of the peers of this realm.
Are there any order that isn't going to speak?
Comes out before their just majesties.
Okay.
Going far wide Disney lands and far beyond our borders and time, as an outward of fact I'm a kitchen with me for a wand. And teacher, a fighter, warrior of our warback, a planner, a doer, a servant, a organizer.
Huh?
Courteous,
No,
grace and inspiration no bearing, aversion, respect and appreciation, the admiration of partners, and your thanks.
It's all
Give a
good.
cheer. Give a nod. Give shout
Did
for
the
me.
20
Your
years ago.
Majesty, honor is now your son. Strength, fortune, formation, for excellency, Alessandra, Lorenzo, Gigi. Hey!
Whatever you would like. I would recommend dirty, but then you can watch people talk about you and say nice things. Yes.
Is there any member of the royal peerage who would speak for this candidate?
Please.
Once again, little people, you will hear of her research and her skill and her talent, her generosity. Once again, I would like to the element of arts as a service is extremely well known. And if you look it up in the dictionary, you will find have so much work for so many people. In beautifying the kingdom, you serve not only the people that you work for, you also serve the populace. You give them such beautiful, royal, beautiful folks. You're spreading Italian all over. You have been noble in spirit. You have stood up in the face of adversity when others would back away. You have been a friend and a confidant, and I am so happy to be able to help you.
There is a pelican.
Oh.
No, we have a pelican.
I'm Master Rog Nelson, Order of the Pelican. Those who know me know I know a few things about service. To your laps. You might think I would speak of her service in costuming others. Case in point. In fact, the list of royals I saw printed out filled the page single spaced. But that's not what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about her broader service, her service in helping others teach, her service on the field as a marshal, her service in the back room cleaning dishes. Those types of service my order watches for. because it's that type of service that is transformative to the society. And her service has truly been transformative.
My champion, yes, I would love to know that.
Lorenza honored me with asking her to speak as a member of the chivalry for her today, knowing full well who I am. It would be well beyond my depth to speak of prowess for the order she is entering. But as a fighter and as a member of the chivalry, I would like now to speak of the bit of prowess that I can measure. Lorenza, good! Lorenza holds shield for Rourke. Rourke say, Lorenza, don't die. Lorenza basically didn't die. You asked me to speak. But I think there is one important virtue that I can't speak enough for, because Lorenza was around when I first landed in the SCA. And at the time of my elevation to the Order of Chivalry, she so generously volunteered to make my my vigil garb, the tunic I was knighted in, and has done nothing but contribute to me and those around her endlessly. And that virtue is of generosity. It's endless, it's deep. No matter how much I spend talking about it, I will never do it justice. And I thank you for showing me a great place in the SCA before I even ever knew how great it was. So thank you very much.
I'm Mistress Isolde de la Vela Rue, companion of the Laurel. And I want to speak today about Lorenza's artistic talent, which is very great indeed. You can see what she's wearing. She does Italian Renaissance, late Italian Renaissance in particular, is her personal favorite. Clothing very, very well. And not only have you all seen her in it, but you've seen many royals dressed in it and looking impeccable. Her fitting skills and her clothing construction skills are absolutely outstanding. But she is not just a one-trick pony. While she has done lots of her favorite time period, the Eleanor of Toledo time period for, royals and baronials and many others, she has also, when requested, done German and Viking and French and, early and late. And so it isn't just the one thing she's able to do. She has made royals look beautiful for you in all different types of clothing. And her skill and talent and dedication, and as Rolf said, she has clothed dozens of royals, mean that she has been my peer for some time, and I am happy that we are now acknowledging that.
Narcisse, Romances, I have words again from Unhurried, that just came here. Narcisse and Romances, members of the Order of the Laurel, and people who volunteer. I am currently traveling all the way around. And as such, I am saddened that I cannot be here for this donation. I am confident forever to the end of the Lord. Yet I am joyous that I too believe this fine lady is much deserving of this recognition. She has been quick, walked the service to many queens, princes, and princesses, barons, and baronets, and everyone else in need. By clothing them in wondrous garments, she teaches those who are new to the skill of garment design and construction. She is amazingly skilled at garment fitting. And if she doesn't know how to do something, she researches it and learns how to do it. She mentors others by including them on the wardrobe teams she formed, giving them the opportunity to do service as well. She does art and service with a gleeful smile and a willingness to forgo her own needs. We still need to work on that.
Well said.
I love this lady very much, and I'm very happy to know she is receiving this recognition from the United States. Thank you for hearing the word in service, Duchess of Holland, Lion, on to you.
And I also have words from one who is unable to join us today. This is from Duke Christian Bain. In our kingdom chivalry councils of every candidate, it is asked if they do service for others and if the candidate participates in the arts. All this, as well as the review of the candidate's fighting prowess. It is hoped to see this of the candidate and near expected to hear these questions along the path. I have often remarked of the many councils I have sat, do the other councils question to the opposite to see within their candidates? There is humor in this, of course, but one cannot deny it is a fascinating juxtaposition to behold. With resounding pride, I know in my heart that this unanswered question holds no form and crumbles at the feet of this woman before you now. Of this, a great test, she has become, and all balances are satisfied. Unknown to this beautiful woman, I have felt her presence and took stock of her merit long before we truly met. I, amongst many, fall short of her breadth and remain humbled by her love. She is a warrior, an educator, a skilled practitioner, and an endless heart, unhardened. Of her gifts, she knows only to give of her whole self, and her whole self invariably is a gift to us all.
Is it still your desire that Lorenza be admitted to this order?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Are you sworn in fealty to another?
Lorenzo, it has been a long and sometimes challenging, but I never lost sight of the artist you were and good deed and defense. I was only a guide. It was the wound of your own hands that brought me. Look at the Laurel Circle. They came to me saying that they thought you were ready to join, that they wanted to lead. You are ready to take up the responsibilities of Laurel because you are. I hereby release you from my contract as an apprentice. Yes. Last act of my apprentice. Short rating stopper. Time for contract.
Very good.
Okay.
Lorenza, well pleased with your skill, your generosity, and continued service to this our kingdom, and right mindful of the desires of your peers, we are minded to create you a companion of the Order of the Laurel. Will you take this honor from our hands and swear to uphold the rights and responsibilities of the Order?
Then will you, Lorenzo, give your word to continue to fulfill the requirements set for the governance of this order, as you most surely have until now, to increase your labors nobly, to nourish your talents as befits a noble, and to seek to disseminate your talents and abilities throughout the kingdoms of the known world, as far as is within your powers.
Bring forth the medallion.
This This one also was made for Lorenzo by Mistress Fiore in her favorite Dutch colors. Gift from Murakami Cervical Sensei and the pearls are a gift from Mistress Isolde.
Wear this medallion as a token of your accomplishment, skill, and generosity, and our esteem. Bring forth the circlet. No. Wear this circlet as a symbol of that nobility, of which your own labors, as much as our recognition, have raised you.
Let it be known that on this day, Alessandra and Lorenzo di Martini di Simonetti has been created a laurel of the Right Noble Order of the Laurel and will be known as a peer of the Kingdom of Antir. Would you now swear fealty to the country? Upon which symbol of state you swear? I, Alessandra Lorenzo di Martini di Simonetti. A companion of the Order of the Laurel and a peer of the duty under life, limb, and an earthly worship. Faith and truth will I bear unto to live and die against all manner of hope.
And we, for our part, do swear to protect and defend you and your household with all our power, so long as we remain sovereigns of Antir. So say we, Rifkin, Queen, Antir. Miss Queen is going to make you a really, really beautiful scroll. I think she had scope creep. Totally awesome. So you get two awesome things.
Arise, Lorenzo.
And go to your peers.
From Mistress Lorenzo.
The hour is late. There is yet another that is missing from the race. Would Alicia Dubois come forward? Do whatever. Yes. There we go.
Mistress Anissa Gabriella, companion of the Laurel, has a petition for your majesty.
Your Majesty, I have an apprentice that has been bound to me for 7 years and who has been learning the art and mystery of scrivening. I would release said apprentice from her indenture so that she may be made a member of this order.
That would please us great.
Alicia Dubois, come forward.
Oh, the parade.
work has a problem. It has long been recognized that there are those among us who are much deserving of high honor, but who, by reason of the nature and direction of their services and achievement, come not to the glory of warrior or throne, yet without whom our land would not be half so beautiful. Therefore was created the Order of the Laurel, to recognize those who, possessing all the other skills, virtues, and attributes appropriate to members of the peerage, shall also have distinguished themselves by outstanding achievement in the arts and sciences. And the symbol of this order is a medallion bearing the laurel wreath, for the chaplet of laurel has long been acknowledged as a mark of superior achievement. And this order ranks in precedence with the orders of chivalry, the pelican, and defense. It carries with it a patent of arms.
Before I read from the ceremony, I must know who made the pitch.
Period.
It's so amazing. Thank you. Greetings to you, companions of the Order of the Laurel. Each of you is a peer by virtue of your knowledge, your service, and your achievements, and the sharing of your skills with the people of the kingdom. Today, you bring before us another very worthy person for consideration. Mistress Anissa, speak the name of your apprentice.
My apprentice, Lady Alicia Dubois, has for you a gift in pledge of her continuing loyalty. She offers you this fine pen made by her own hand from a white goose feather as a symbol of the craft of writers of the court letter and her years of expertise.
I will endeavor to figure out. Oh, I'm going to take you up on it.
You have the people for that.
Lady Alicia. Okay. May the assembled court know your worthiness. We would like to hear from the members of the peerages. Who is first? Excellent.
Look at her. My name is Rowena Manning. I'm a member of the Order of the Laurel. I'm a member of the Order of the Pelican, and I'm a Lion of Volunteer. And I've been a Laurel longer than anyone else in this room. And I've heard so much wonderful testimony of the virtue of generosity. And I see how important generosity is to this kingdom and our culture. That this is a bedrock of what we do and how we are. That being generous with our skills and our art makes this, that out there, that whole kingdom springs from the generosity that creates structure, beauty, and fun. This lady is a master of calligraphy. And one of the things that a calligrapher does in making a scroll is she creates it. She brings her mastery of the letter shape and the proportion of the words on the page, makes it a work of art, and then she gives it away. There is another skill she has that has touched probably every person in this room. She is also a person who created the current Kingdom website. And I'm sure that every single one of you has touched it at least once and been touched by the artistry she used to decide how that page should look so that when you arrive there, you go, that's my kingdom. And when a newcomer arrives there, they go, this looks really interesting. And now she and a team of people maintain that website for us so that we know what the heck is going on. And when it came time to the pandemic, and we were separated and had to stay safe in our manners, and she became aware that the arts community could not come together for Athenaeum, she created a website for Athenaeum and enabled virtual Athenaeum. And then when it became clear that we could not get together for 12th night because we're all staying safe in our castles, she created a website so that we could have virtual 12th nights. And then she did Athenaeum again as a virtual event. There was a team on all of this, obviously, but this lady is our spirit and our inspiration. And for web ministers, has raised us to an awareness of the importance of that page we make. That's the ethereal page. And thank you so much for the work that you have done to help bring Ontir together during the pandemic and to show us the artistry of the page. Thank you. Thank you so much.
If I may, I actually speak today for my husband, who cannot be here. This is going to be fun. A woman sits bent, small breaths deepen, drawing her power. Scraped skin of rule giver stretched over ancient, tangled oak. A canvas, blank and bereft of magic. Hand-cut quill dips ink of candle black and oak. The spell begins. Strokes and hairlines flow smoothly, as from the soul of the raven. Letters, obsidian and mighty. Towering ascenders and trailing descenders, cool in fancy. Counters even and beautiful in their uniform nothingness. The incantation builds to crescendo. Something and nothing. In aspect abstract, ratios constant perfection. A conjuration, transcending time and space, summoned boldly. A platonic form from the perfect realm. Now lined subtle accents, from the tip of the crow seals the charm. Details fine, black, silver, and golden, stunning but fragile. As if spells would crumble with stray breath. The angels stare, awed, as the power takes form, the devil shy in fear. A majuscule among minuscules. Thank you. Alicia flows life across the skin. Enchantment complete. Prowess defined.
Your Majesty, Your Highness, I could speak a plethora of words about Alicia, but the hour grows very late. It's unfortunate for you all. I am but someone else's voice herald. Hear now the words of Spiky Zoetart, Baroness of Madrona and companion of the Order of the Laurel. She is unfortunately not with us as she has contracted the plague. I am honored today to write of Alicia's qualities as a teacher. Sharing our knowledge, skills, and research is a principal role as the companions of the Order of the Laurel. There are many ways to teach, including classroom settings, one-on-one conversations and tutorials, online classes, and blogs. Alicia has shared her skills in all of these ways, and she is always willing to teach. Whether she is speaking on calligraphy or WordPress, she takes her time and makes sure that people are actually learning as she goes, making the process useful and positive. She's always willing to answer questions and assist people, even outside of class settings. Her teaching, guidance, and encouragement were incredibly valuable to the many, many artisans presenting their work virtually during the first online Athenaeum. I'm going to insert here. Not only did Alicia build the website to enable that Athenaeum, she offered tutorials to the artisans putting together their individual websites upon it, which involved countless hours of work. Her wisdom and skills, both in the arts and technical presentation of those arts, are recognized and honored here today because she has shared them. Alicia, welcome to the Order of the Laurel.
I'm Kyrie, companion of the Laurel, of the Pelican, and a lost Viscountess of Artemisia. It is my pleasure today to speak of you, Alicia, and the virtue of franchise. Franchise can be thought of as nobility, and it's not always something that one can be born into, but one that you can grow into and be proven through actions and deeds. It is a constancy and an accountability. You have heard of her virtues of other nobles have spoken, with much more eloquence than I, of her generosity, her artistry, her prowess, her teaching, and her artistic skill. Franchise is the constancies of these virtues. It is the inspiration of her art she gives to others, her examples that lead others, her enthusiasm for teaching others, and her sharing her knowledge in a continuous and meaningful way. Franchise is a difficult virtue to explain, but instead, I can give you an example. Follow Alicia.
Companions of the Order of the Laurel, is it still your desire to have Alicia admitted to the order?
Yes, Lady Alicia, will you be released from your indenture to join the Order of the Laurel and take up the responsibility laid before you?
I've studied with Mistress Anissa and learned much from her and from other members of this council. I was proud to join their ranks and to take on the responsibility of peers.
Alicia, 7 years ago, you became my apprentice with this beautiful contract made in duplicate. Your apprenticeship is complete. I release you from your contract.
Alicia, will you give your solemn word to all gathered here to serve the gentles of Montier as you have already so well in your arts, to continue to seek to improve yourself, to benefit and increase our realm and its people as they might enjoy, ever to speak true as a peer of our court, and to give wise counsel where we and others may need counselors. Will you swear ever to strive to uphold the virtues of your order?
I so swear.
Will you also take the special oath of a scrivener?
I will, gladly.
Alicia Dubois, of your own proper will, do you swear that you will be loyal to the craft of being a writer of the court letter, which you now use, and to be diligent that all the feats that you shall make to be sealed shall be well and loyally made after your understanding and knowledge, and especially you shall not write, nor allow to be written by any of yours, any writing to be sealed, bearing a date a long time before the making thereof, nor a long time after, nor any sealed before the writing thereof, whereby any falseness can be perceived in your conscience, nor any copy of writing sealed without careful examination, word by word.
I so swear.
Make known our royal will. Yeah, take from our hands it's coming. Is there a medallion? Does it have a story?
It is a gift commission for her by me.
The box is not necessary. She says it's simple. All right. Alicia, take from our hands this token of your achievement and our esteem. Henceforth be known as Maîtresse Alicia Dubois. For in your own language, this is the word for teacher. Maîtresse Alicia, is it your wish to swear fealty at this time? Yes, Your Majesty. I have the matrix, the Great Seal of Antier.
I hereby swear fealty to the crown of Antier. With oaths given and received. The labor of my hands. I pledge to the kingdom. The beauty of the realm is my safekeeping. I lend my hands and my heart at this solemn oath as a companion of the Laurel, Order of the Laurel. Thus swear I, Alicia Dubois.
And we, for our part, do swear to protect you, protect and defend you and your household with all of our power, so long as we remain sovereigns of Antier. So say we, Rithkin, Queen, Antier.
Her Majesty accepts the bond of the good noble before her, and would have all here present know that this day Alicia Dubois is inducted into the ancient and honorable Order of the Laurel, to honor her skills and knowledge, to be evermore held as an example for her achievements past and for those yet to come.
Arise, Maîtresse Alicia, and go to your peers. Thank you.
For Maîtresse Alicia!
Congratulations.
So Roger, could you stand up? I'm sorry. And twirl, please. We want to recognize you for beautifying the kingdom, adding ambiance with the figure you cut. So, this is from the last reign.
As brilliant as an Ontarian sunrise, and as magnificent as the constellations that bedeck our night sky, so do vigilant Christian and virtuous Hélène regard your attire, and thus bestow upon you the lion's mane the 7th of March in the year Anno Societatis 54.
So this has been waiting for you for almost 4 years, over 4 years, because that was March. No, it's yeah. So yes, you are beautiful. Oh, well, thank you so much.
For the decorative member of the Order of the Lion's Mane, 3 cheers. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip.
So I know we've been sitting here a really long time. I just wanted to recognize the Silent Herald. She has been working this whole time without a break, which is wow. So I would like to give you a rain point. Thank you so much for putting our court in another language and making it accessible to everyone. So that is it. I know it was a super long court. Thank you all. I hope you all have a great time tonight. Thanks for welcoming us all day. Wow, like what, 4,000 people today? That's incredible. Give yourself a round of applause, Dragon Lair.
There being no further business, this court of Her Majesty Ripken is hereby concluded. Long live the Queen!
Long live the Queen!
Long live the King!
Long live the King!
On tier!
On tier!
On tier!
On tier!
On tier!
On tier!
Her Royal Highness is pretty cool too.
Oh yeah. We have Her Majesty and Her Royal Highness's leave to depart.
If you are